Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I want to get into the topic of the show The Act. Now, if you don't know what the show The Act is based off of, it is based off a true story that involves a mother and a daughter. The mother's name was Dee Dee, they called her Dee Dee, and the daughter's name was Gypsy. The boyfriend's name was Nick Godejohn, but he's much later. So basically, Dee Dee had pretended that and had made everybody think that Gypsy had problems, that she was ill, that she had cancer, leukemia, that she had, that she couldn't walk, that she had all these things, and basically was like lying to everybody about her age and everything. And Gypsy had started noticing like her lies and started catching on to her lies and started figuring out lies that she was telling everybody. And eventually she started to lash out. She started to rebel against her mother. She had bought herself a cell phone, a laptop, whatever. She started using her mother's laptop where she had made her own Facebook and she was deleting all of her history. So eventually, her best friend, well, the girl that lived across the street, apparently she was a friend, a big sister, whatever, had met a guy on this website. It was like a dating website for Christians, I guess. And so they had met, her and Nick had met on there, and they started talking, they were video chatting on Skype, and they were doing all these things. Basically, was telling her all of his kinks and his, that he has DID, dissociative identity disorder. That's what it's called. Nick said he had it. And one personality that he had was Victor. Victor was a vampire. It was like 100-year-old vampire, a really old vampire. And he was a murderer. He murdered so many people. So, he's telling her all of these things, and she's perfectly fine with it. And eventually, they just keep going. Their relationship just keeps going, and they talk forever. And she's stealing money out of her mom's money bag. Now, it was Gypsy's money to begin with. She could have took all of that money, and ran away, but she didn't. And, she's buying him bus tickets, and she's pretty much paying for everything. He was working at a pizza place, he was working, but it was to get money to go there, and he couldn't make that much money to go there because she wanted to do all these things like right then and there, and and he didn't have the money to do it. He was only 20 something years old at the time when they first met, so constantly stealing money and constantly paying for everything. Like, she was paying for everything. She paid for the hotel. She paid for 2 nights. She paid for his hotel the entire time he was there. She paid for both train tickets, or both bus tickets. She just paid for everything. But then again, all of these things are happening under her mother's nose, and her mother never really... I don't understand why her mom didn't catch on, but anyway. Eventually they go and they meet at a movie theater that, she begged her mom to take her to. And so they had went to this movie. Like, every time he would come near her, her mom would move her, blah, 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 stuff like that. So eventually he's like, I'm going to call her. I'm going to tell her that I'm your boyfriend, that we're dating, whatever. And she's like, no, don't call. And, right in the middle of her texting, he calls. And he's like, I'm her boyfriend. I am in love with her. Like, we're going to be married. We're going to have kids, blah, blah, blah. And there was, basically calling him a pervert. The girl was 20-something by the time this was going on. She was basically an adult by the time this was all happening. And her mom was like, oh, call the cops. You pedophile. You pedophile. You pedophile. Like, pedophile is someone that messes with children. She wasn't a child, though. That's what pissed me off more about, the mother, was she was always portraying Gypsy as a child. Gypsy was an adult. Okay? But anyway, sorry. That's a little rant that I will get into later on. But eventually, you know, he tells her that you don't talk to me like that, blah, 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 stands up to her. Nobody had stood up to her at this point because Gypsy was too fucking scared to do it. So, like, they planned this whole thing, this whole arrangement where he would come to her house and he would kill her mother. Like, he was staying at a hotel and he would come over and he'd kill her mom for her. But then it was like, he asked her, like, can I rape her? Like, can I rape your mom? And she's like, no, you can rape me instead. Like, whatever. Like, trying to get his mind off of raping her mom. They had posted on Facebook after they killed her mom, they had put on Facebook, like, oh, I raped her innocent, sweet daughter, blah, blah, blah. Her screams were so loud, stuff like that. And, like, the bitch is dead and all this. And, like, stupidly, for one, like, this is, like, the dumbest thing they could have ever done. Like, yes, I get it, Gypsy wanted her mom to be seen and be, you know, because nobody would have checked on her ass. Nobody would have checked on her mother. Nobody. Like, nobody would have checked on her mother if they hadn't done this. If they were going to be smart about it, they both had phones, they both had computers. Say if I'm Gypsy, okay, and I'm going to kill my mother, okay? If I'm going to write a status about her, I'm going to do it, like, somewhere on a moving location. So, like, say I'm between Georgia and Wisconsin. I'm, like, in the middle, somewhere between there. Okay? So, somewhere in between there, on the bus, because I know they couldn't have just went straight on one bus. They probably went on 2 different buses. But this whole time on this bus, she could have wrote a status on her mom's Facebook. She had access to it. Because back then, iPhones were around. Like, hello, iPhones were around in 2015. So, and she could have wrote that on there if she was going to be smart about it. But she wasn't. She had her location on the laptop, on Nick's laptop. It was in his house. Honestly, it was the dumbest thing they could have ever done, but they did it. And another dumb thing that they did that I really, honest to God, think is so freaking stupid. They take the knife, because they had brought it with them. They take the knife, stick it in an envelope, write her name, okay, you hear me? She wrote her name on the envelope and her address and shipped it to his mom's address. Why would you put your name on the envelope? That was the biggest fucking giveaway ever. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, you should not have done that. Like, that was one thing that gave your ass away. Why would you put your name on the fucking envelope? It's just so stupid. Like, she was not the brightest fucking person. And, like, she's smarter than what she portrayed. She could write. She could read. Okay, she claimed that she had, like, a first grade education, second grade education. You wouldn't know how to write. You wouldn't know how to read. Sorry, I'm getting angry because she would have been so much smarter than that. She knew what she was doing. She had to keep constantly shaving her fucking head just to make it look like she had leukemia. You can run faster than this woman, for one. The woman was huge, okay? Like, you can outrun that woman. You could literally run off. Like, walk out the fucking door and run, like, peace, like, bye. She claims that she never thought about it. Her mom was putting medicine inside of her that was making her teeth fall out. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I am to the point where I don't know if Nick deserves to be in prison. I honestly believe that Gypsy should have got longer than what she did. And I just found out today that she's eligible for parole in like 2 years. You don't go and fucking kill your mom just because you want out, because you want away from her and to go live with your boyfriend. One, you just get up and leave. You're 20-something years old, bitch. Get up and leave. You deserve to be in prison longer than Nick does. Nick has autism, okay? How likely is it that he's going to kill somebody else? Seriously. The only charge this man had was masturbating for 9 hours in a McDonald's. That's the only thing he went to jail for. You made him kill her. You pulled on the waterworks and you made him kill her. And then you take a plea deal to drop the whole life charge because you were a victim. Yes, you were a victim. I get that. You were a victim. Your mom was an evil person. But you knew what you were doing when you asked him to kill her. You stole the knife. You could have changed it all up and been like, never mind, honey, never mind. I don't want to do that anymore. But no, your dumbass pays for everything. He comes down, kills your mom for you while you're in the next room, has sex with right after he killed your mom, and then you're gonna stay there for an extra hour, make brownies, then leave. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Gypsy? Like, for real, bro. Like, I'm done ranting. I'm getting red in the face. I'm pissed. Like, I'm just so mad at her. Like, the whole story is fucked up and stupid at the same time. You knew what you were doing. Why would you kill your mom? You claim you ran away. If you've actually done that, why not do it again? Like, you had the common sense to do it the first time. I'm sorry for ranting. I hope you guys like all my drawing videos. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.